if I hadn't managed to move, he would have just reversed over the top of me.
Okay, so we left a fantastic accommodation, straight down the road, carried on through here, and all the way down through here to about there. Then we took the smaller roads.
It was quite a nice road.
It was a quite nice road across there, and then back into here, and somewhere along here we had a bit of an incident.
Yes.
But that's it.
We had a fantastic day yesterday.
Yesterday was a great day.
As you'll see on the video, either this video or the last video, we had a fantastic day in the waterfall.
And then we had a nice open fire. Who would have thought we would have
and
an
we
open
absolutely
fire?
fell in love with Guatemala.
And the very thought of having an open fire right now is horrible.
We absolutely fell in love with Guatemala yesterday. It's kind of
And
rapidly diminishing.
And we will fall in love with it again. Don't let
Yeah.
one bus driver get to you. But I have to say, the driving here is pretty poor. That's an understatement. I'm trying to be very diplomatic.
We're describing it as chaotic, but it's chaotic is chaotic.
Yeah. Basically,
This is the second accident in 2 days I've had.
I missed a junction, so we ended up rerouting, and we ended up actually down some really nice
That road,
roads,
once we got
some
going on, it
places.
was actually quite nice. Interesting scenery and villages.
Yeah, but as we came back into the city, the roads narrowed, the traffic increased, and the bends in the road were basically 90-degree bends. And we were following a bus that was struggling to get round the corners because of the size of it.
Too long.
And there was someone that would jump out of the bus, stop the traffic, and the bus would then manoeuvre, get around, he'd jump back on the bus.
Young lad, wasn't it?
So we came up to this corner, this left-hand sharp corner. We thought he was going round and carrying on, and the corner at this time was reasonably wide. But he stopped, the young lad jumped out and everything else. We stopped, but we stopped kind of behind the bus. Next thing we know, the bus starts reversing
We were quite a
towards
bit back
us.
from the bus,
we were,
to be fair.
we
We
were
wondered
quite a
what
bit.
he was doing.
Yeah, we did stop a good, well, so I'm going to say 8, 10, 12 feet back, easily.
It was easy enough for us both to try and... Well, it was easy enough for us to not even have to manoeuvre to go round him.
No,
But there was traffic coming up the hill, so we were just waiting, weren't we?
8, 10, 12 feet behind him. So the bus started reversing and very quickly took up the space we'd left.
The lad was just stood there watching it.
The lad he was useless.
I'm screaming, stop the bus, stop
I'll
the bus,
stop the bus.
stop.
Obviously, I'm in front, so I'm hitting the horn, and this bus kept coming. He stopped and started, and then kept coming. He just kept reversing. in the end, I thought, he's going to just pile into the back of me. So I managed to get round the back of him. He did hit me. He hit my pannier, but I managed to keep control of the bike and get in front. Still got my hand on the horn and everything else.
So I assumed, we'll see you, he'll stop now.
But I'm guessing the bus driver probably thought, there's only one bike to worry about. So I was out of the way and he carried on going backwards. Easy wasn't as lucky as me at trying to get round
There was
him.
no room for me to go on his left because vehicles were still coming up the hill, so he was getting in their way. So I tried to follow you and go round the right-hand side of the back of the bus, and he just shut the gap. He was going quite fast in his reversing, and the back gap was just disappearing. I tried to get it. There's a massive curb. I thought, I can't hit the curb. And as I tried to get round, he just whacked into the pannier and knocked me flying. It was, and the bike went over. I went flying off the bike.
By which time, obviously, Izzy is shouting at
expletives.
me a huge amount of expletives. I tell you, it's lucky the expletives were in English, although I'm pretty sure
Somebody said something.
they are internationally known.
Something about not. I heard somebody say something about foreign language or not understanding Spanish or something like not speaking Spanish. I said, everybody understands these words, and you can probably imagine what I said.
I said a few as well. I think I even got I'm a forgiven card for using a certain word that we just don't use.
Honestly, it's just crazy. And I managed to think, I thought, where's all my Spanish gone now in the heat of the moment? And I said to the young lad, I said, "Hace tu trabajo, do your job. He had one job to keep the traffic safe, and he just watched the bus reverse into us."
So of course Izzy was then saying, "Carl, where are you?"
Bike's on the floor.
I was struggling to find somewhere to park the bike. I couldn't park it beside the bus. When I got to a place I might have been able to put down the kickstand, that young lad appeared and just blocked the way. I couldn't get through. So then I had to negotiate a Mr. Tumble, and I basically
Mr. Tumble.
Yeah, Mr. Tumble.
A Timolo. It's a road speed bump.
I call them Mr. Tumbles. Maybe not funny right now, but it is normally quite funny.
It's Timolo.
And I actually parked the bike right in front of the bus, blocking the bus so he couldn't go forward. I thought he was due to go forward.
Well, the young lad came over to try and pick the bike up. A man appeared, which I thought was the driver, and you said was the driver.
It was the driver.
He appeared, picked the bike up, not because he cared, because I was in his way. Picked the bike up, we got it onto the side stand, he got back in his bus and then reversed back and
just
almost
drove
hit
off.
it again. He was so close to hit it. I thought, you're going to hit it again. I'm looking at this like, what's going on? And he reversed up, turned round, because that's his turning round spot apparently, and then drove off and left us there.
We couldn't stop where we were. We were in a dangerous place.
Before that, two nice. I was really upset by then. I was shaking.
Those two ladies.
Two nice ladies came down and said to me, "Oh, do you want a drink? Are you okay? Do you want to, have a drink?" Or because I hurt my back and my ankle, so I was limping. I did hurt the back of my ankle. It's okay. It's probably get bruised later. I hadn't broken it. I knew I hadn't broken anything. But so they came. "Oh, your leg, your leg." I said, "No, it's fine. Don't worry, it'll be fine. We just need to go." I was feeling quite traumatised actually, because
I could tell.
part of an accident is you feel traumatised from the accident. Well, I'm going to cry again. But also from what could have happened, because if I hadn't managed to move, he would have just reversed over the top of me. The boy wasn't attempting to stop him, and I was at that. By the time if I hadn't moved, he would have hit me sort of the back end middle of the bus, and he wouldn't have probably even felt it because it's a huge American school bus, and he would have probably just driven over him. Now you can't live life on the what ifs, but it's so scary, so scary.
But then the bus went. He was basically reversing into another road so he could do a U-turn, go back the way that we'd come. But of course we didn't know this. There was nowhere safe for us to pull over and get our breath. So I had to encourage Izzy to get back on the bike,
Cry my eyes out.
and ride.
I was just traumatised. I shouldn't have got back on the bike at that point.
But you had to.
I couldn't stay on the corner.
We had to, or you would have been hit again by another car.
Yeah.
Because the one thing we've also learned, they give no quarter. There is no quarter.
So
if you're stopped on the road, they keep coming.
And they'll go round you, but they'll go round you with, and I'm not exaggerating, an inch to spare.
Yeah,
They go, I've passed that vehicle now, with an inch to spare.
Yeah, fact papers.
And
They
it's
are very
just-
good at fact papers.
They are, and they're just used to it. So that most of the time they don't, well, perhaps they do hit each other, I don't know.
So we managed to go down the road for about half a mile. We
it's
came up to a
traumatised.
T-junction, need to turn left. Another bus nearly took out my front wheel. How he missed my front wheel, I don't know.
I was just screaming again. I was just traumatised. I shouldn't have been on the bike again, but we had to.
So we managed to get further down, and there was a very slight pull-in point next to a car park. We managed to pull in there.
There's a few garages or some house or hotel or something, wasn't it?
A really, really nice young man heard the commotion, leant over from his house, Javier, and asked if we were okay, did we need any tools, had we broken down, did we need to drink food and whatever. He actually ended up jumping on his bike and coming round to come and find us to make sure we're okay. And we chatted for a while,
nice, wasn't it?
which was good, because I'm glad he did turn up, because it gave you a chance to...
It was a bit of a distraction because I was just so upset.
But as much as we would have loved to have taken him up on his offer of a cup of coffee, even a meal, I said no. We need to get to our hotel. That was the number one priority, was getting both the bikes here.
I was just getting to the point where
we're safe and secure. And here we are. And might I add, Moscow Motor luggage is supposed to be indestructible, but it's not Izzy-proof.
Bus-proof?
Izzy manages to break it 9 times out of 7. 9 times out of 7?
I don't. Well, I did. I ripped the pannier off the first, not the pannier, the aux box in the gravel thing. But yeah, the bus managed to. The way he hit me, there was such force. He's just snapped the clip off the beaver tail.
And unfortunately, our frying pan is no longer round.
It's kind of teardrop shape, isn't it? It's a teardrop shape. So we're going to have teardrop shaped eggs.
Yeah, but that's fine.
But luckily, everything else has survived.
We can live with that. Everything else survived. The bike is okay. Izzy is okay.
I'll be okay.
Tomorrow we've got to think about getting out of the city.
I'm just worried I'm not going to move tomorrow. I feel really battered and bruised. I'm not bruised and battered. I am. I'm aching.
You've had some paracetamol. We now need to go and get some food.
I'm not hungry. I know, but we do need to eat something.
As soon as you start eating, you'll get hungry.
Okay.
So we need to get changed. Right.
Anyway, we're all alive.
You're going to twirl away?
No.
Useless.
Absolutely
no dedication to the channel.
No, I'll twirl away. Twirled.
I would say that's a 7, but I won't even give it that much. Right, you might see them down there. The bikes. They survived. They survived to fight another day. Could be a fight as well. One other point that Izzy wanted me to make, and is a very valid point. We have been riding in some hot temperatures. Bikes indicating 41, 42 degrees. It easily feels like 45, 46. It's very hot. When you're in all the gear, it's really, really difficult. However, what today has proven is that you must always ride with the gear on, regardless of the temperature. We haven't yet started it, but other riders have been, and I'm sure there'll be a video at some stage of us. But just pour water down the inside of your jackets, inside your helmet. Do anything you can to cool down, but keep your gear on. Dress for the slide, not the ride.